أعوذ بالله من الشیطان الرجیم بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. We are at words of Quran. We are explaining each ayah briefly. We are at section 4, Surah Al-Imran, ayah number 168. Let's listen together.
الذين قالوا لإخوانهم وقعدوا لو أطاعونا ما قتلوا قل فادرءوا عن أنفسكم الموت إن كنتم صادقين.
Quran says these are hypocrites who spread negative words after war of Uhud while they refused to participate in the war. After defeating in the war of Uhud, they started rebuking the families of martyrs. They told to those families that if they had listened to us and stayed at homes like what we did, they wouldn't be dead now. Quran says, tell them, now that you avoided participating in the war, if you're really clever, avoid death. That martyr has given his life in the war zone, but you will lose your life while you're at your home. If you're so afraid of death, when it comes to you, try to avoid it if you can. So this ayah is about hypocrites who avoid participating in wars, and after being defeated, they rebuke the families of martyrdoms. For them, the priority is with materialistic comfort, and they do not have any value for martyrdom and prosperity thereafter. So the answer to these people is, suppose you avoided going to war front. Suppose you stayed at home. What are you going to do when death arrives at you? The distance between you and death is just a matter of some days. Quran tells us that answer all these claims of hypocrites. Hence, Quran says, tell them, now that you rebuke them, if you can, make the death to go away from you. Death is in the hands of Allah. Going to war front or not going to war front and staying at home does not have any major role in staying alive or dying. And so many people went to war and came back alive. So many people stayed at home and died while they were young. Ask yourselves, how many young people die every year due to different types of accidents? They are not in war, they are living in cities, yet they die in young ages. So tell them not to be so joyful for not going to war. So this was the brief explanation of ayah 168. Firstly, hypocrites don't participate in war. Secondly, they rebuke those who do participate and give martyrs. They try to disappoint them and bring down their spirits. They also consider themselves to be the leaders. They say, "Law ata'una," if they had obeyed us. They say that they think that they are the intellectual leader of the group, and others should obey them. For them, the default is the joyfulness of this world. In their culture and mindset, spirituality, prosperity, and martyrdom doesn't have any value whatsoever. So Quran says, tell them, they gave their lives in war. You're going to give your life while you're sitting at home. If you're really man enough, stand against death.